Accumulation of seaweed on the beach leads to environmental problems, and the decomposition of this excessive biomass causes strong odor, making the beach unattractive, disrupting fishing activities and tourism along the Lumley-Aberdeen shores, which are otherwise known for their white sand beaches. For 3 consecutive months, thick layers of seaweed have continuously washed ashore along the Lumley-Aberdeen beaches, forming an almost impenetrable barrier for the local fishing community. Some fishermen echoed how the seaweed has rendered their daily routines futile.
This local fishing, now they provide fish for the local people there because it's much reasonable.
Local fishing provides fish for the majority of the population because it's more affordable. But for the past 3 months, boats have been unable to fish, and we have close to 200 youths who support their families through fishing. We also have widows who buy from us to sustain their families through business. But the seaweed has disrupted this because if we use our fishing nets, they will be destroyed by the seaweed.
And also they affect the nets.
It can be stopped with. So no fish, the fish they want, the fish they don't.
It's disturbing us. We're unable to fish because the seaweed drives the fish away. People need fish at the market, which is now scarce, and we all depend on fishing for our livelihood.
The impact extends beyond the fishermen. Several women who rely on purchasing and selling fish have found themselves unable to maintain their businesses.
The fishermen, they make.
We're here because of the fishermen, but now we're struggling. Schools are about to reopen, and many of us haven't bought any school materials for our children. Some of our husbands are jobless, so we are the providers for now. We're really feeling the impact of the seaweed.
So we say we really they feel the pinch.
Some of us are single parents. We don't even have anything to start shopping for our children's schooling because there is no fish.
According to Kai Bokari Sakwi, Communications and Public Relations Officer for the National Tourist Board, this brown seaweed problem has plagued the country's coastal beaches during the rainy season for nearly a decade. The occurrence is attributed to climatic changes and harmful human activities in the global marine ecosystem.
For every rainy season, the coastal line beaches are faced with this destruction. However, there are causes that are bringing us to this position, and some of these causes are being placed by climatic disorder or the nitrogen gas that is boiling from the very basement of the ocean. Sierra Leone is not the only country facing this catastrophe, but also other sub-regions, the Caribbean and Brazil to be specific.
Beach users are equally affected, with many expressing frustration over the unsightly and foul-smelling seaweed that has marred their enjoyment of the once pristine coastline.
Because of the seaweed, we can no longer exercise as we used to do.
As you can see, the seaweed has taken over everywhere. We normally train on the sand, but now we can only use the areas that aren't covered.
Even with the implementation of various proactive and reactive measures to mitigate the long-standing issue, significant challenges remain.
We are also experiencing some chemical waste, domestic waste, such as pharmaceutical waste as well, syringe, some metals, needles, disturbing the very seaweed barber machine.
With only one seaweed barber soft rake at the tourism sector's disposal, cleaning the beaches could take weeks if not months to complete. Salifu Chorona Kamar, AWAVE News.